Hello everyone. So we were discussing I'm Anil Balulaya. Okay. So we were discussing module 5, graphs, hashing and files. Okay. So in this video we will discuss about the graph representations. That is nothing but how can we represent a graph so that a computer can understand. Basically, we can represent the graphs in three ways. One is using the adjacency matrix. The another one is using adjacency list. Third one is using adjacency multi-list. Okay, so we'll understand one by one. Okay. Yes. So to understand this concept, first, yes, we are going to discuss adjacency matrix. To understand this concept, first we need to take a sample graph. Okay. So an example one and example two are the sample directed graphs. Okay. Yes. So I'll just tell you. Yes, example one is the sample undirected graph and two is the directed graph. Okay. Yes. So before we understand the example, we'll discuss about the definition once. So let G. So G is nothing but a graphs. Okay. Let G is a graph. Okay. Is which is equal to B vertex and E edge. Okay, be a graph with n vertices where n should be greater than 1. Okay, so n should be greater than 1. So in this example, n is equal to 4. In this example, n is equal to 3. So adjacency matrix has two dimensions n into n, say A. With the property, yes, n into n, say first one is for row and this n is for column, say A. With the property that A of ij is equal to 1 if and only if hij is in E. EG, that is Hij should be present in EG, and A of Ij is equal to 0 if no edge. So what is this definition say? So let us take an example. So example 1, so this is for an undirected graph. This is for an undirected graph. Yes. So this has four vertices 0, 1, 2, 4, n is equal to 4, and yes, here 0, 1 is equal to 1, 0 because it is an undirected graph. So how can we represent this graph in a matrix form? Okay. So adjacency, yeah, matrix A. Okay, adjacency. There is written as a small short form. So this is nothing but adjacency matrix. Okay, adjacency matrix A is equal to, yes, so what is this? Okay, so this is nothing but I. Okay, so this is nothing but I which takes point care of the row, and J is nothing but the column. Okay, so let us just say this is row, this is column. So this is a 4 cross 4. Okay, this is a 4 cross 4 matrix. So here, what we are supposed to understand is nothing but, see, if there is a edge from 0 to 1. Okay, so what we are supposed to do is nothing but we have to write the vertex number here. That is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. Even here also we need to write the vertex number 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes. So if an edge is present between 0 to 0, then you need to put 1. Otherwise, you need to write 0. Okay. So we observe that here the edge is not present between 0 to 0. We don't have anything like this circle. Okay. So we don't have anything like that. So that means edge is not present. So 0 to 0, it is nothing but 0. Okay, then 0 to 1 I have an edge, so it is 1. Next one, 0 to 2 I have an edge, so it is 1. Next 0 to 3 also I have an edge, so that is why it is 1. So this is how we do. That is the thing, that if edge is present, if edge is present, okay, so you can take golden rule here. If edge is present between two vertices, then mark it as 1. Then mark it as 1. Okay, 1. Else mark it as 0. As 0. That's what we are doing. Next we'll take vertices 1 to 1. Okay, so 1 to 1, do we have an edge? No. Okay, so 1 to 0, do we have an edge? Yes, 1 to 0 we have an edge. And in undirected graph, 0 1 is equal to 1 0, so it is 1. 1 to 2 also we have. If you see the graph, you can understand. And 1 to 3 also we have. And same thing we are doing for the 2 and 3, like the second vertex and third vertex. So we observe that from second vertex to 0th vertex we have an edge. Okay, that is this one. So 1, then similarly the second to first vertex, that is 2 to 1 also we have an edge. 1, then 2 to 2 we don't have an edge, so 0, then 2 to 3 we have an edge, so 1. Similarly 3 to 0 we have an edge, 3 to 1, yeah, you can observe here, 3 to 0 we have an edge, and 3 to 1 also we have an edge, 3 to 2 also we have an edge. 3 to 3 we don't have an edge. So that is how we do represent this graph. Okay, so this is the story of an undirected graph. But what happens when it is in directed graph? Okay, so if the condition is directed, then what is a rule? Golden rule for directed. Rule for directed. Remember, in directed, a of ij. Okay, a of ij is not equal to a of ji. Example, a of 0 1 is not equal to a of 1 0. Yes. Now what is this? I represents row here. Yes. I represents row, and j represents column. Okay, yes. So that is how it is. So here we observe that this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So we observe that from 0, when you take here also it is like that. So we have 3 vertices, 0 1 and 2. So if there is a path, that is 0 to 0 you won't have path, so it's 0. But 0 to 1 you have a path, you can observe here. Okay, 0 to 1 you have a path, that's all. 0 to 2 you won't have a path, direct path should be there. Okay, so that is why 0. So it is 0. Similarly 1 to 0 you have a path, yes. Okay, you can see here 1 to 0 is a path. That is because there should be a path. Here 1 to 0 and 0 to 1 are not same. If arrow is there, then you have to put 1. If arrow is not there between the vertices, I mean if arrow is in the opposite direction, then you should not put. You should put 0 here. So you can see there 1 to 0 you have a path. The arrow is passing here. Okay, 1 to 0, 1 to 1 you don't have path. You don't have a circular fashion thing. Then 0. So 1 to 2 you have a path. Okay, arrow is pointing towards 2, so that's why 1. Now you see that 2, see 2 to 0 you don't have a path, direct path. Now 2 to 1, see 2 to 1 you can observe, 2 to 1 why it is 0, because 2 to 1 you arrow is facing towards 2, not towards 1, so it is 0. Okay, then 2 to 2 also you don't have path, so that is how this adjacency matrix works. Next is nothing but adjacency list. So what is adjacency list? So in this representation, every vertex, okay, every vertex of a graph contains list of its adjacent vertices. In this representation, every vertex of a graph contains list of its adjacent vertices. Okay, so we can represent it in two ways. So we can represent in two ways. Represent in two ways. Okay. So first is nothing but list representation. Okay, list representation. So let us take an example and understand this concept. So first I have to draw a graph there. So we can observe this is a directed graph. Yes, so our graph is complete. So how to do this? So you have 5 vertices here. So you need to maintain a main list. Okay, so you have to maintain a list. Of course, this will have 2 parameters. That is first one for the info and second one for the link. Okay, so we have 5 vertices here. So I can write that A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, and the link will now from A, where and all you can go. Okay, I can go to B, I can go to C. That's all. I cannot go anywhere else. So you have to draw a list. Okay, you have to draw a list. Two lists. One is for B, another one is for C. So you have to write it in this way. Okay, so from A, I have an adjacent vertices. I have an adjacent vertex to B. From an A, I have an adjacent vertex to C. Okay, from C, then I don't have anything. So at the last, it is none. Same thing you need to do for each and every vertex. Okay, each and every vertex. So from B, I can observe, I can go to D, I can go to E. That's all. Okay, here from B, this is a directed edge. So B to A, you cannot go. So from B, you can go to D, and you can go to E. You can go to E. Okay. From B you can go to D. Okay. So you have a directed edge here. Then please follow my mouse pointer. From B you have a directed edge to D, and you also have a directed edge to E. Yes. Then you cannot go anywhere else. Similarly from C you can go only to D. You can observe here all are in the reverse direction. So C to, yes. Let's just use one same color so that it will not be a confusion. For fonts I'm using green. So from C you can only go to D, then you cannot go anywhere else. Okay. Next is nothing but from D. From D, yes, I can go to many places from D. Okay, I can go to many places. That is from D, I can go to E, I can go to A. Okay, from D I can go to A. Yes, only two places, no? Yeah. Okay. So from D I can go to A, and from D I can go to, I can go to A, and I can go to E. And from E you can also, I cannot go anywhere. Okay, so I can go and cannot go anywhere. So this is the list representation. This is the list representation. Next, let us understand the array representation. Okay, the second one, you can understand the array representation. Sure. So let us take the same example. Let us take the same example. Same example will take. We will not change. So here I need to have an two arrays. First one is called as reference array. Next one is called as adjacent array. So I have five, that is A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Then I can observe that, yes, so from A I can go to where? I can go to B and C. Please observe my mouse pointer from B and C. So you can have go to B and C. From A you can go to B and C. Similarly from B where you can go, B you can go to D and E. Okay, that's all. D and E. From C I can go to only D. I'll write it. I can write it anywhere, no problem. It can goes to already. Then from D I can go to from D I can go to A and E. Okay, A and E. So from E you cannot go anywhere. Okay, so from E you cannot go anywhere. Yes. So this is about the adjacency list. The final concept is nothing but adjacency multilist. Okay, the final concept is nothing but adjacency multilist. So what is adjacency multilist? So adjacency multilist is a list in which nodes may be shared among several lists. Okay, nodes may be shared among several lists. So you have a structure here. So you need to understand the node structure here. Okay. So that is nothing but M. It is nothing but M vertex one, vertex two, list one, and list two. Now what does these stand for? Okay, M is nothing but visited node. So what is vertex 1? Vertex 1 is the start vertex of edge. Okay, start vertex of edge M1 is that is equal to M. So we'll understand what is this. Just write in the piece of paper so that when we tell the example you'll understand. So vertex 2 is nothing but the end vertex of edge MN. M. The next one is nothing but first down. Okay, first down is name. First down is name where vertex 1 is present. Where vertex 1 is present, and this 2 is nothing but first down list name where vertex 2 is present. Okay, so that is about the XML list. So in the above table, so M is nothing but the boolean mark field. Okay, boolean mark field, so it can be either right or wrong. Okay, that may be used to indicate whether or not the edge has been examined. Okay, so that is the adjacency multi-list. Okay, yes. So let us understand an example. Okay, to understand this concept. So let me draw a diagram for you. Let me draw one diagram for you. So I will draw one diagram. So this is the one diagram. So this is an undirected graph which is having four vertices totally. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so all this is a complete graph. You can observe. Yes. So here what how many edges are there? So I have around 5 edges. So I need to name these edges. So let me name this 0 to 1 as N0. Okay, this is nothing but a name for the edge. Then 0 to 2, let me name it as N1. Then after that 0 to 3, let me name it as N2. Then 1 to 2, let me name it as N3. Then 1 to 3, let me name it as N4. And 2 to 3, let me name it as N5. Okay. So please write down. Let us write down it in a in a table form so that it can be understood in a neat way. Okay, so it can be understood in a neater way. Okay. So this is nothing but the list of edges. So this is nothing but the list of edges, and this is a number. Okay, this is a number. Okay, you can write it number. No problem. It's a number. So number. So first edge is nothing but 0 to 1. So what you are supposed to do? So you are supposed to write there is number list of edges 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 I have named it as n0. Similarly, next edge which I have is nothing but 0 to 2. That I have named it as n1. Then next edge which I have is nothing but 0 to 3, which I name it as n2. Next edge which I have is 1 to 3, which, sorry, 1 to 2 I have, no, 1 to 2 I have. So 1 to 2 I have, right, okay. So 1 to 2, let me name it as n3. Next I have 1 to 3, let me name it as n4. So finally I have 2 to 3, let me name it as n5. Okay. So these are the edges. So those edges I have which numbers I can write it here. That is n0, n0, n1, n2, n3, so n4 and n5. 6 edges. So vertex 1 and vertex 2. So we're going to start filling this table now and understand. So first one is nothing but 0 and 1. So vertex 1 write it as 1. Vertex 2, okay, let me write it in a split writing so that it will be easily visible. So vertex 1 is 0, vertex 2 is 1. So I could see, look at this, vertex 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Okay, similarly fill all these vertices. So 0 to 2 I can have, 0 to 3 I can go, then 1 to 2 I can go. The same thing I'm writing. Okay, I'm looking here and I'm writing. And 1 to 3 I can, 1 to 2 to 3, last one. Okay, yes. Now how to fill this? Okay, how to fill this list one and this two. So now when you are selecting this 0 to 1, okay, yes. So here next 0 where it comes. Okay, so next 0, once one for this 0, next 0 comes in n1. So you write n1 here. You write n1 here. So when 1 you see, okay, next one where it comes. So next one you can see it comes here in n3. So write n3. So when you come 0 to 2, next 0 where it comes. So when you are here under select under consideration, next 0 comes in n2. So write here n2 here. And when you see this 2, where does the next 2 come? Next 2 come in n3. So here is n3. So now for this 0, where is the next 0 comes? So next you have to go in vertical manner. So next 0 is not coming anywhere. So write it as nil. So here, where does the next 3 comes? Next 3 comes in n4. So write n4. Next is 1. Yes, where does the next one come? In n4. So write n4. Where does the next 2 come? In n5. So write it as n5. Next 1 to 3. In n1 to 3, h where next n. So next one is not coming anywhere. Right here. Next 3 where it is coming? It is coming in n5. So write n5. So here 2 to 3. Yes, this is itself is the last edge. So of course there is no going anywhere. So next 2 and next 3 will not come. So that is why it is nil. Now all the edges are this thing. Okay, so if it is visited, we put a tick here. If it is not visited, we put a cross there. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay, so this is our adjacency multi-list. Okay, this is our adjacency multi-list. This is the concept of adjacency multi-list. Okay, so this is all about the graph representation. Okay, thank you, students. That's all we have in this video.